Hello everyone, welcome back to Andrina's Creations. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make some 3D thank you cards. You're going to see how easy they are, and I'll be using Silhouette Studio today. Of course, you can use Cricut Design Space. For your supplies, you're going to need a cutting machine such as a Cameo or a Cricut cutting machine. You're going to need some cardstock. Now, the cardstock is totally up to you. You can use pattern, metallics, or glitter. It depends on what you want the base to be. You're going to need some adhesive foam dots or squares. You can find them at any craft store such as Dollar Tree, Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby. And you're going to need a printer and printing paper that's compatible with your printer. I'll be printing mine in solid white cardstock. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead into Microsoft Bing or Google, whatever you choose. And I'm going to look for a chalkboard label shape. Then I'm going to scroll down and see which one I would like. After you find the shape that you like, you're just going to right click, copy image, go into Silhouette, right click and paste. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Silhouette Studio. I'll be using Silhouette Studio Business Edition. It is a one-time payment. I'll leave the link down below, but you can use the Basic Edition. Basic Edition is free. You must download the Basic Edition first, and if you do want to upgrade to a Business Edition, you will go into Swing Design. You will make that one-time purchase, and then they will email you a business license key. And then once you have downloaded the Basic Edition, you will enter that business license key into your software. I have a whole tutorial showing you guys how to do that, and I highly recommend getting Business Edition because you are able to use all the icons. Again, you can use the Basic Edition. Basic Edition is free, and you do not need a cutting machine to use this software. So you can design and print and cut by hand, okay? So now once I copy and paste this image here, now you are going to start bringing in the design and the backgrounds and the images that you want to use. Then again, I am going to go back to Google, and I'm going to look up the Nightmare Before Christmas image. I'm going to right click, copy the image, go into Silhouette, right click and paste. You can also get your images from Creative Fabrica, Etsy, and stuff like that. I am also going to get PNG images. I got these from Etsy. PNG images mean that they are a transparent background image. Now, once you purchase your images and you have downloaded to your laptop or desktop, you're going to save them in there, and then you're going to remember which folder you save them in. There's two different ways on how to bring in stuff into Silhouette Studio. You either go to File and Merge, and then look for wherever you save the stuff, or go down here to your quick access folder and then just drag your stuff into your software. If you are just playing around with stuff, you can also get your PNG images from Google, but you must save the PNG images to your laptop or desktop, because if you do drag and drop or copy and if you copy and paste a PNG image, it's gonna come in with a black background. So you first must save it into your device and then bring it into Silhouette Studio. Okay, now once you're here, I am going to trace this shape, because this is the shape that I want my thank you cards to be. Now keep in mind, you use the shape of your choice. You can use a heart, a star, a circle, an oval shape, a rectangle. All this is how you want your stuff to look like. There is no right or wrong. Like I said, I want this shape. There's several ways on how to trace this. If you have Basic Edition, you'll do a basic trace. So you'll go here to your trace icon that looks like a toast. Some people call it a butterfly. Let's just call it a toasted butterfly. So your first option here says select trace area, and then all you have to do is make a box around your shape. Wait until it turns yellow. Right here where it says threshold, you can go down, you can go up, making sure that everything's selected yellow. And right here where it says trace, we're just gonna click on trace. Then you can just remove this out the way, and now you're left with this shape right here. And we're gonna color it black by using the fill icon that looks like a paint palette, and I just chose the color black. Now, a different way that you can trace is trace by color as well. So you're gonna go back to your trace icon. This is only option in the business edition, so you have a dropper here. You click on trace by color, click inside of your shape, and then right here where it says tolerance, you can go up and down. And then I'm just gonna click here where it says trace. And then I'm just gonna delete this image because I no longer need it, and then you're left with that shape. But I'm gonna delete that because we already did it here. Now from here, you're going to decide how big, how small you want your shape to be. And I'm just dragging it a little to see. And I actually, because I am using a cardstock that I found at Hobby Lobby that has like holographic polka dots, and there was not so many at Hobby Lobby, and because I do need to do 25 of these, I want 4 of these to fit in one 12 by 12 cardstock. So the way that you change your paper size is here on your face paper icon that looks like a paper, and then that is called the page setup. And then here on your media size, here is where you would change your paper size. So if you have the 8 by 11 cardstock, change it to 8 by 11. If you are using 12 by 12, change it to 12 by 12. Like I said, I want 4 of these to fit on a 12 by 12 cardstock. So I'm just sizing it by dragging this white rectangle down like this. And then I am going to, the zoom in and the zoom out button is right here. It looks like a magnifying glass, so you can zoom in and you can zoom out. Also in Silhouette Studio, you're able to use all the gray area. You only don't have to design in your canvas. Once you're ready to print or cut, that's when you start adding your stuff to the canvas. I'm going to right click and duplicate. And right click and duplicate these two. Remember, I want 4 of them to fit, so I'm selecting them all, and I'm just going to size down. There you go. 4 of them fit in one 12 by 12 cardstock, making sure that's not overlapping your red outline where it stops the cut. And if you don't see that red outline on your canvas, make sure you're back on your page setup. And right here on down here it says show print border and show cut border. If you have that turned off, you're not going to see your red outline where it stops cutting, so turn that on. Okay, so I have my 4 bases here, and this is what I'm going to cut out of the Hobby Lobby paper that I found. Let me just put everything over here, and that is going to be my base. Now I'm going to use this one as a reference because I want to do an internal offset, because now I'm going to design the actual thank you card. So I'm just going to click on this one, and let me colorate another different color so you're able to see it here on the screen. And let me zoom in, and then I'm going to do an internal offset. So you're going to go to your offset icon that looks like a double star, and you're going to click here on internal offset, and you're going to go in as in or far in as you choose. This is totally up to you as well. This is not like a specific size you need to do. So as you see here, I'm going to be going up on the numbers and right here, and then once I'm okay, I'm just gonna click on right here the corner to make sure the corners stay like this one, and then I'm going to click on apply. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my fill icon, and let me just color that a different color so you can see it. So I'm going to recolor the back black because it's going to get cut out of that color cardstock from Hobby Lobby. And then this red one that's right here, I want this background on it. Okay, so I no longer actually need this. Let me move it to the side, and then I'm going to put this image in here the easy way. We're not going to go so much into details, but there's several ways for you to put in a background into the shape. If you have watched my previous tutorials, I've been showing you different ways on how to do this, but today I'm going to be doing it basically if you have the basic edition, so it don't be so hard. Anyways, I put the background here, and if it's coming in the front, all you have to do is right click and send your background to the back. Now once into the back, you're going to click somewhere here on the screen and drag your mouse to select both. How do you know both things are selected? Is when you see a box around both stuff. Once both things are selected, you're going to go here to your modify icon that looks like a rectangle and a circle, and you're just going to click on crop. Okay, to me, I feel like that is a little bit too dark. So right here is on the effects icon. It's called image effects. It looks like a half moon. All you're gonna have to do is right here is like a sun, and I'm going to go up on the brightness just a bit because like I said, I feel like it was too dark, and to me, I like it just like there. So I'm not done here. Once I did this, I want another background inside of here. I just want this to be the border. I'm going to click on this one, click on my offset icon that is a double star, click on the internal offset, and once I am satisfied on how it looks, let me color this a different color so you're able to see it just like that. Now I want this one to have a different color, a different background. Let me move this one to the side so you're able to see what I'm doing. And I want this background to be here. Now I'm going to show you the other way to do it because I did the crop method with this one. So if you do have business edition, you have a property dropper here on your left. All you got to do is click on your shape, click on your property dropper that's on your left, click on your image that you want in there, and that's it. Your image is in there. Now if you go to your fill icon, go to your third option, that's the pattern option, go to advanced option, click on your aspect ratio, the first F, so it could get fixed. And then here you also have the option of pan pattern. You're able to move your design around if you choose to, and also you could scale up and scale down. Okay, I'm going to undo, which this is on the undo button, and I feel like this one's, I'm going to delete this one here. I feel like this one's a bit too dark as well, so I'm going to go back to my image effects, click on the moon here and click on the brightness and go up on the brightness. Okay, so now this is, I'm going to select both of these, go to my transform icon and click on center. And that's how it's going to be looking. I am not going to group these together. And the reason why I'm not grouping them together is because I actually want to add my PNG images on here. I'm gonna click on Sally, right click and flip horizontal, and then right click and bring to the front, and then I'm going to size her down. Now I want you to look in closely when I put Jack on there. Jack feet is going to be overlapping, and if you want, you have several options. You can actually keep bringing Jack up so he's right here, but I feel like I do not want Jack all the way up there. I want Jack to be right here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to be showing you a feature that I'm going to be dividing Jack's feet off of that, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. Now, because we are going to be dividing, I am going to click on this background right here, but let me undo. I'm going to click on this background and I'm going to just right click and copy. Just right click and copy. Now, let me zoom in and I'm going to click on Jack, hold my shift key and click on that background right there. And I'm going to go back to my modify icon and click on divide. Once you click on divide, you're going to go ahead and delete that part of Jack's foot there. And I'm actually going to go ahead and delete that background that we had because it's already all cut up. And then remember, we copied when I first told you to copy. So you just right click and paste. Sorry. Right click and paste in front. Right click and send to the back. And there you have it. And now when you go back in closely and look, that's how Jack, and as you can see, Jack also has that red outline that I do not like. If you have red outlines on your stuff, all you got to do is select everything, go to your outline icon or your line style that's right under your paint fill icon, click here on the color one, and then your first square is the no color. When you click on that, there'll be no more red outline. So that's how I like how it's looking. Now you're going to start typing on your stuff. And the way that you type in Silhouette is you're going to click on your A on your left, then A on your right. You're going to select the font that you would like to use. Click somewhere on your screen and start typing. Once you're done typing, just click somewhere on your screen to get off the edit mode. Then right here, I'm going to select it back and I'm going to center it. And then I am going to go to my fill icon and color it any color of your choice. I'm also going to remove that red outline color. And if you do not like the font that you chose, you can click back on the A on your right and then switch the font. Now I also got this font from Etsy, and then I'm just going to go ahead and bring in each letter that I need to type out. This is a font that I'm not gonna physically type. It just comes like this, so they're basically like PNG images. So I'm just gonna select one and then drag it into here. So I'm gonna do that until I spell the word that I need. I'm just gonna zoom out here so I have more space. Okay, to resize everything together at the same time, select everything at the same time and then drag it down to make sure all your letters are the same size. Now let me zoom in, and as you can see, they have that red outline that I don't like, so I'm going to remove that red outline. And I'm just gonna select the words that I want to change the colors to. And then because I do want to use the same colors of this right here, I'm just gonna click on my first letter, click on the dropper, and come over here and click on one of the colors from my image. Let me actually zoom in over here. I'm going to select them all, right click and group it together. And I'm actually going to add an offset to it. So I'm just gonna click on my double star, click on the offset, and you're gonna click on the distance of your choice. It doesn't matter how much of a distance you want. You're gonna play around with it. And I'm going to choose the color white and change that outline color to none. I'm going to select everything again, right click and group it together, and I'm going to come over here and add it where I want it to be. I'm going to select on this font right here, right click and duplicate. I'm gonna double click to get back on my edit mode and then retype what I want this one to be. The reason why I duplicate it is so I don't have to go back and figure out which font that I used. Unselect it to get off the edit mode, then I'm gonna select it back. Then I'm gonna go ahead and change the color that you would like to use. And I'm going to add an offset around this one as well. And I'm gonna color it the color black. Group everything together and no outline color. And actually, let me redo that. I feel like the letters are too separated, so let me ungroup it from the offset. I'll do the offset again. Delete the offset and let me zoom in to the letters. I feel like there's too much space in between here, so I'm gonna click on it, go back to my A on my right, and right here where it says line spacing, I'm going to go down. I don't like how separated it is, so right there, I think that's okay. And then I'm gonna click back on it, then do again the offset. Okay, now you see everything is done. Now, because of everything that I added here, your machine, if you go click on send, like if you're ready to send it to cut, your machine is going to want to cut everything out of here. And let me actually zoom in so you can see. So everything that it's red, your machine is going to want to cut everything. So it's going to want to cut Sally out and stuff like that. You do not want that. So you're going to select everything. And you're going to go here to where it says no cut. And nothing is grouped. Remember, I don't have nothing grouped there. Now I'm going to click on this one on the background. And then I'm going to click on cut. I only wanted to cut around that. Nothing else. Now once I have it like that, now I'm going to select everything. Right click and group this together. Now if you're cutting this by hand, make sure that you put the media size of the paper size that you're going to be using. So if you're going to be using 8x11 paper, switch your media size to 8x11, add as many as it fits here on your screen, and then all you have to do is go ahead and print and cut this out by hand. And how do you print is you're going to go to your printer icon right here, click on it, select print. Here you're going to select the printer that you're going to be using. I'm going to be using my Eco Tank. As you can see, it's going to pop up all the printers that you have. I'm going to be using the Eco Tank. Then I'm going to click on preferences, and I like to print from paper tray in the back, and then the document size should be 8x11 if you're going to be using 8x11. If you have a different printer, like I have an Eco Tank 16600, I can print white format, so I will not be printing on 8x11. I'm going to be printing either on 11x17 cardstock or 12x18 cardstock because I could fit more. Here on my paper type, I'm going to click on premium presentation paper mats, and then I'm going to send to print. Now make sure that your paper size is matching everywhere. So here on your media size, then here on your printer preferences, and in your printer. Like I said, mine would be 11x17. I'm going to click on OK. And then here on my media size, it should also say 11x17. If you're going to be using a cutting machine to cut this, you're going to turn on your registration marks, which is right here, still on the page setup, and you're going to turn it on. Where it says thickness, I'm going to go all the way up, and I am going to turn on my print bleed, and I'm going to put my print bleed on 0.0025. And then anything that has to be cut by your machine has to be inside of your red outline, okay? So you're going to repeat the same steps, and you're going to click on your printer. Make sure that your media size is the correct size that you chose here for your paper size in all three different spots. Then once you have everything there, you're going to go to your send tab. You're going to select the machine, and I have several, so I'm going to click on Linda. And then the settings that I like to cut my cardstock out of, it will be a blade of 6 or a 7, my force of 26. And I'm going to do a speed of 4 and 2 passes because I am using thick cardstock. Once I cut everything out that I'm going to print, I'm going to turn off my registration marks. And then you're going to, again, put the paper size that you're going to be cutting these pieces out, which, like I stated before, I'll be using 12x12. Then add all these pieces here to your screen and repeat the same steps, and I'm going to be cutting them out of the same settings because it is cardstock. And that's it. Again, if you do not have a cutting machine, can you do this? Yes, of course. And how would you do that? Then if you're going to be using whatever, let's say an 8x11, so you're going to change this to 8x11, you're going to print this out of any color, and you're going to cut this out, and you're going to use this as a template. You're going to use a pencil and trace this shape into your other cardstock and continue to cut that out with a pair of scissors, right? Use this as a template. Then you're going to put this on your regular paper. Again, you can use cardstock, you can use photo paper, any paper that's compatible with your printer, and you're going to print these out and cut this out by hand. So yes, you can do these by hand. Don't think that a lot of stuff, oh my god, I need a cutting machine and I can't do these projects. All right, so let's cut everything out, and you're going to see how easy it is to put together, and that's it. All you have to do is add your adhesive foam to your first layer and attach it to the second layer, and that's it. You can add some hot glue to your foam dots if you are using glitter paper so it can adhere better, but like I said, it's very simple. You just put the dots on your first layer, make sure that everything is centered so you can see the back layer of your cardstock, and you're gonna repeat to as many as you are doing. Now, these thank you cards are a perfect touch to your next event. These actually are going to go in each plate at this baby shower, but you can make this smaller or bigger depending on where you're putting them at, depending on the plate you're putting them at. If you are putting them on plates, let's say you're doing gift bags, you can make these smaller and add them to a gift bag as a tag. Like I said, the possibilities are endless, and you can make them any colors, any theme of your choice. Alright everyone, like always, I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. If you make this, feel free to join my free craft group. It's called Andrina's Creations Crafting Lounge on Facebook. I would love to see your work and anything that you make. It doesn't have to be only of what you have learned from me. It is a free Facebook group. You must answer all 3 questions to get approved. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and share. And if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell to get notified every time I upload new videos. And I hope everyone's having a blessed day. Bye bye guys.